Hello, hello, hello. I'm Andrea Stevens,
And I'm Jeannette Mejias, and we are Web's Women.
where exposure brings strength. Hi.
Well, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Uh,
Wednesday morning. We have missed each other for a while.
it's been 2 weeks. Yes, I know you've had some traveling and spending some time with your family, and I think family is very important. And I'm happy to see that you took some time. So,
Yeah, I needed it, a little break, I think.
yeah.
All of the structure and all of the calls and the calendar, all the, when you're looking at your calendar and it's like, pop, pop, pop. Oh, I have to get on this Zoom. I got to get on this Zoom. I got to call this. I got to.
So tired of Zooms. I can't even tell you.
I have really taken a hit on the Zooms. I have backed off in the last 2 weeks. I feel great. I feel like revived. I think everyone needs to take a break.
Revived. You look, you're glowing. You look relaxed.
Yeah.
So it makes a difference. I'm happy. It
does.
That.
Maybe it's my short hair. Maybe it's my shorter hair. That
I love it.
Julie Anthony, Salon Jewel. I went all the way to Niagara Falls to get my hair cut. Lewiston. Yeah, New York to get my hair cut.
I love the length. You look very, you cut quite a bit, but I like that it's in layers. So you still have like the length, Yeah,
I feel refreshed,
Look refreshed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I don't have to get on all these Zooms, I feel like it's not back to back to back to back. Like I started to get like anxiety, I think, over it. Like, oh, okay, I got to get on this. Okay, I got to get on this.
It's not realistic. It's not realistic.
To feel like you have to get on all these things. Yeah. And then, it was,
I
don't know.
Take it back to in-person days. Is it really realistic that you are jumping from one meeting at 9 to 11 and you made it in 1 hour, traveling in your car to the 12 to 1:30 meeting? No, not likely, especially if that meeting is an hour away from you. So I just think that because it's virtual, it's kind of like, oh, just take that 20-minute break to have, something to eat or a bathroom break, because you can just walk right back. I think it's just, I find myself, being on like Mondays, or I'm on Zooms from the morning until like probably 4:00. It's wears you out. It's just too much.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. And then, and then I'm trying to plan for me because I'm working from home, not even, I'm at home, but people have gone back, and you think about the in-person, but even when I'm home, I'm thinking, okay, in between this call, I can go walk the dogs quick. In between this, I can make my son's lunch. In between this, okay, he's got to be here. I got to cut it short this day. Like there's just all these things that go on that it gets, after months and months and months. Like for me, it all started, a lot of what I was doing started in November of last year. And to go all the way until like May and June, I was like, I can't, like I am, it's like, 8 months or so of all that chaos. And I was like, I can't, I got to stop. Like I got to take a break, and then you end up having, and this will lead into what I was talking to you about earlier. It'll lead into with, you have less, there goes my mic. You have less time, right, with your kids because you're on more than you ever would have been, even if you went to work. Because you're on at night now too, half the time. Because Zoom's there, so everybody's like, "Well, we're gonna have this, we're gonna have this, and then we're gonna network, and then we're gonna do this at 7, and then we're gonna do this at 8. Hey, let's stay on till 10." And it's then your kid is like, "I hate you," like we were talking about earlier.
Oh my God.
Oh,
only 4-letter word.
No, not like, and it, right? Like, well, I mean, like, and then not for that. I mean, that's not, we were talking more or less about not letting them do certain things, children, but like, I think that all stems from the fact that you're not paying attention, right?
Yeah.
They don't get enough of your attention.
But if your child is saying they hate you, I think that is a check mark off your, you're doing something right in the parent world,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Hey, listen, I know for me, I have, being raised by a single mother who was really strict. I mean, I remember verbalizing the word hate, and like my mom grabbed the nearest thing, which I think was a broom, um, to like whack me and hit me with it. You don't think I called her like a bitch or something. She was
Mm,
like, "What did you say?" And I beelined, really fast into my room, closed the door, and her like going bananas. But did I really hate my mom? No, I just hated
right.
the control that she had. I just felt like I was in prison half of the time, but I
Yeah.
appreciate it now. And you hear that all the time.
Yeah.
But oh, you'll appreciate this when you get older or when you have
Yeah.
children, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and so I have to say, I do appreciate it. But my children have never said to me they hate me. They haven't verbalized it. But I did catch my youngest in a chat because I monitor all of his activity on his phone. And he did tell his friend, my mom is being a PIA and she's making me turn in my electronics a certain time. And the person said, why? And his response was, he thinks I'm on too much. That was not the case. He was fibbing, lying, liar, liar, pants on fire. I am restricting his access because he's not showing up his weight around the house. He needs to do his chores. He needs to show up in life,
Yeah.
right? And he needs to really be present. So,
Yeah.
and I have to do the same as well. I
Yeah.
actually put down my devices too, because I have to lead by example. But he did say to the person in the chat, I just sometimes hate her. And
Mm.
I was like touching my heart, like, oh my God, he hates me.
No, mine is you know what? At least that's like to his friend, right? They're always going to say whatever they're going to say to their friends. Oh no, mine is straight to my face. And it's explained in detail. It's not just like I hate you. So it's you have to do your work, you have to do your work from Kumon of the summer, right? You can't tell me what to do. I hate you. You can't tell me. I'm the boss of my life. You're not the boss of my life. So it goes on. It's not like I hate you and stops.
Of my life, I can't. And he
You can't be, you're not the boss. I do, I plan my life. That's what I
can't.
plan my life. He's 9. He's 9. He's going to be 10 in January. Now, I plan my life. You don't plan my life. I said, boy, you got the wrong house. You have the wrong house with the wrong mom. And I started laughing because I was like, whatever, dude. Like at 18, you can plan it. Until then,
Oh my,
go do your Kumon work and your math. Whatever. You know, I swear.
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, no, it's fully explained in my house, and it goes on. It's a rant, and then I say, "You done? Okay, you done? Now go do your math."
It's
And sometimes they'll go, "I hate you," and I go, "Good, good,"
doing something right. I have to
or
say,
"I don't care." That's what I say. I don't really care if you hate me.
you know, one of the things that my youngest, and I have a very different relationship. See, with you, it's different because you just have Blake. And I find an only child, being an only child myself, it's tough because you're wrapped into one, right?
Mhm,
So like the mother, you and him, it's just you and him, obviously, and his dad, right? So it's just
mhm,
you guys. You're just a
mhm,
unit. Everything's on him. The focus is on him. You're not distracted
right.
by the other kid. So that's what happens with me. Well, although it feels like Jacob is like an only child because Christopher, my oldest, we did our work with him and he just is simplistic, drama free. Like he just is a very different kid. But Jacob, oh my word. He is just, he's got a lot to say. And his
Mm,
greatest thing is when I'm always constantly reminding him it's a daily thing. I don't have to remind my oldest. He knows what to do. He
Mhm.
sets his own alarm. He's good. This one, he's working on it, right? But his favorite line to say to me, "You're something else." No, you're something else. I am. Keep it moving.
You're something else.
No, I love you. You're
That's
something.
funny. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, it's, you know what? There's something else. I say that too. There's something else. There's something else. He's something else.
What a
I say it.
lovely choice of words, right?
Yeah, I say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think there is a big difference with the only child, I think there's a big difference, and it's hard. It's hard because they don't have interaction.
But there's a lot of expectations on him too.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I
Right.
have expectations of my children, right? I have different expectations of them, but like I can divert myself. Like, for example, I'll have my time with Chris. So that kind of alleviates Jacob a little bit from me, you know?
Mhm.
Blake doesn't have that. He doesn't have that sibling that whether he could just bounce his frustrations out, hey, mom and dad are coming hard on me.
Mhm.
That older
Or
sibling,
yeah.
or that younger sibling. And that's tough because I know for me, I didn't have anybody. I mean, I had my friends, right? And and my friends had a different, their parents were a little different. And, their parents were a little more, relaxed. They
Yeah.
were,
Yeah.
but it's different cultures. It's just a different reasons. And for me, I couldn't identify because I'm like, what do you mean you could do that? Like I was like, holy crap, how can you be doing that? Like, I'm not even allowed to do like breathe in my house.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's
and I have a younger brother, so that dynamic I was used to, right? And if he's getting in trouble, it was like, oh shit, there he goes. It's not me. Good, it's not me. I mean, he called my mom a bitch once, and
oh,
she had the wooden spoon and took it. And he was older. I think he was in like high school, like he had to be maybe 11th grade. I don't know. But she took the wooden spoon to his back and it broke on his back. And he turned around and said, ha
oh,
ha. He turned around and was like, ha ha. Yeah, he thought, yeah, ha ha.
oh, oh.
Yeah.
We always say the youngest one is like the toughest one.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter if you
There was always something like, I feel like
yeah.
I never said, like, I never told my mother I hated her. Like, we got my ass whooped because it was like your father's coming home and oh shit.
Well,
Okay.
that fear, right? Like
Yeah.
I feel like us and our generation, there was always fear instilled.
Yes.
My mom would instill such a fear in me that I'm like,
Mhm.
I, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna go there because I appreciate my life. And I
Yeah.
really believe my mom would kill me. Like if I did like that was the belief I had. Like if I do this, my mom will kill me. Like
Yeah.
I think she
Yeah.
will,
Yeah.
yeah, she would be okay being incarcerated. And I think nowadays, fast forward, kids don't have that fear.
They
Now
don't.
it's just different. It's
They
kind
don't.
of
Well, I will say if I'm mad enough, if it keeps going, I get up and I'll go chase after him and he runs. Like
oh,
oh
now
yeah, then he run,
there's that
but
threshold you just crossed.
right. My eyes get big and it's like done, done. But normally everything is either taking away like an iPad, taking away like the
Oh,
electronics,
you,
or this Kumon work is like the devil with him. He like thinks it's like the devil.
because you're pushing him.
Yeah. But then he gets out of the car to go in and he goes, bye, mom. Love you. Miss you. Love you. And I'm like, you don't want to do the work at home. You hate my guts. I can't plan your life. And then he gets out of the car to go and he's like, bye, mom. Love you.
Well, doesn't he tell you he needs to live his life?
Oh, yeah.
Like you
He
said,
says,
I almost
no,
fell on the floor.
no. He said, I plan my life. You don't plan my life.
Oh, the joys of parenting.
I said, watch on Wednesdays when you wear a tie to chapel. That's who's going to plan your life. So yeah, because that's what he's going to be doing this year.
I know my mom was really tough, but I appreciate it now. I did
Mhm.
not appreciate it then. And I would hope that our children, when they become adults, not young adults, but adults, they're out in the world, 25 plus years of age, working and establishing themselves. And when their time comes to decide to have a family, that they can say, you know what, my mom was a pain in the ass. My mom was hard on me. Like, I'll give an example with Blake. My mom was hard on me. She put me in the tutoring. She did this and that. But guess what? I'm a broker on Wall Street. And that's what led me to where I'm at now. Whatever that dream or
Mhm.
whatever he lands that has him
Yeah.
successful, he can land that and say, if it wasn't for my parents, between my dad being on my ass and my mom sending me here, like, I wouldn't have accomplished where I'm at. And then on the
Right.
flip side, I know that there are parents that do exactly all right, all the right things and check off the boxes. And, kids are going to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Well, that's coming. I mean, I'll have a fight.
Or the path of,
Yeah.
resistance.
Yeah, there's gonna be some I can see it already, some brawls in this house up until the age of 18. I have 8 more years of am I gonna have heart failure before then? I don't know.
I always say,
But
me at 18. I know that. The minute he knows he can leave, he told his brother, he was 10 years old, maybe a little younger. He said to Christopher, you do know when you're 18, you can move out of mommy and daddy's house. And he was like, what? What? Now, mind you, everyone knows who's listening that my oldest is on the autism spectrum. He's like, well, why would I want to do that? And my
got
youngest
it made.
was like, yeah, well, I'm
Yeah.
going to. He packed his bags when he was about 8, or no, he was 7. I'm gonna go. I go, where are you going? He goes, I don't want to live here anymore. I said, where do you think you're going? I'm gonna go across the street to Mally and Wiley's house. I like
Wow.
your family better.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay. Well, you need to leave this, you need to leave that. I'm like, no iPad for you. Like, they're not gonna let you have that. They have all these rules. And then it was like the backpack started coming out his shoulder, but at that age.
Oh no, my son packed his suitcase at 6. He packed his suitcase at 6 and I let him go I let him go. I said, I hope you got your toothbrush. I don't know where you're sleeping, but I hope you find a nice tree that's going to keep you warm. I said, but I hope you pack your toothbrush. And he got down the driveway partially. And then I didn't chase. I let him go. He came back.
Yeah. Where was he going? Did he say?
I don't know. I just said, I don't know where you're going, but no, I don't know where you're going, but I hope you find a nice tree to sleep under. And because there's no place for you to really go. And I hope that, you have your toothbrush because you're going to need it.
Oh my God.
And that was it. And he had toys packed in there, of course.
Oh my God.
But he was leaving with his toys and he was 6 and he was going and I'm leaving. I'm not living here. I'm leaving. I said, okay. Have a good time.
We already know what we foresee in our
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
You're gonna
He hears me talking about him. So here he comes, right?
Oh boy, so
In my podcast.
Master in a couple of years.
Right. Yeah. In 18, he's already said at 18, he's moving out.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I said, well, good. I hope that you brush your teeth when you're supposed to and clean up. That's what I said. Make sure you clean up for yourself because any girl that dates you isn't going to want to come into a dirty house. That's what I told him. We'll see how it goes.
We shall see. We'll have to make sure that we do that segment in 6 years?
8. I still got 8 years to go. He's a little ahead of the curve when it's the moving out, So I don't know. Moral of the story, I think, is if your kids tell you they hate you, then you're doing, you're doing everything right.
You are doing everything right. Yeah.
Right? You're on track. I think I cried the first time he said it, which was like 3 years when he moved out, when he decided he was moving out at 6. I think I cried when he said, I hate you.
Saw a little boy with a backpack walking down your long driveway to just go to the world.
Oh no, his suitcase was a roller suitcase, Spider-Man.
Roller. Oh,
and it was a roller one. So he just packed it up and he had the handle up and he was pulling it like he was going to the airport. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I said, okay,
Oh
good
my
on you.
God. Wow.
I got my hands full, boy.
Still home.
He's still here, he's still here, still angry and living his own life,
And he's living.
planning it out.
So funny. Well, I think that I have to say, there's a lot of things that bring me joy, and I do enjoy having this kind of mom to mom talk, right? Because we're both mothers, you know, um, you know, and we face the same challenges that every parent faces. I think sometimes people think, oh yeah, she doesn't go through that, or she can't. We all.
Well, you don't see it on social media when people are like, my kid said this and my kid said that. Does your kid act like this? Is this normal? Is that, and I think we all do it. We all have these conversations, but you don't see that, right? On social media, when you see the bits and pieces of the whole, my son and my daughter, they're so special. They have a big heart. They this, they that. It's not, my son told me he hated me today. Hey, you don't see that. Although I might post that today on social media. But,
Yes, it's true. There's always, there's always something ingrained, behind the scenes of our lives. I mean,
yeah.
we're normal. That's just how it is. We have the good, the bad, the ugly, right? And it's life, Like I said, life is happening now, right? So
Yeah.
this was awesome. I couldn't think of a better way
Yeah.
to kick off our Wednesday morning. I just want to know, did you have your Baileys in your coffee?
I did not. I did not. I had my almond milk creamer today.
Oh, I had my oat milk. Have you ever tried oat milk? So good.
I did have it. I'm not a fan.
Have you tried it though?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Multiple times, and creamers and all kinds of different, but I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went with the almond. I like almonds.
I like almonds.
I don't like coconut. I can't take the coconut either. Milk.
Yeah, the coconut, not with the coffee. I don't know.
Not with anything. I can't. None of it.
It curdles, like, I don't know.
I'm not a coconut fan though either, so that probably plays into it.
I'm not the biggest fan of coconut milk.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well,
no Baileys today, but soon enough, maybe by the weekend, I'll be having my Baileys.
Oh yeah, girl. Like tomorrow.
Like
tomorrow,
yeah.
Eve or whatever you call that.
Tomorrow's weekend eve. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to next time we have to have Bloody Marys or mimosas or whatever.
Mimosas. I'm more of a mimosa than a Bloody Mary. I'm not the tomato fan either. Yeah. I'm very picky. I plan my own life. I plan my own things. You can't plan it for me.
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know what? A lot that I see in Jacob is a lot of things that I saw in myself as a child. I don't think bold as him half of the times, but there's a lot of things that, and I think that's why I see how you get your son, as much as, you may have your, you bump heads, but that's the reason why. There's a lot of similarities. Right?
Oh yeah. I created that monster. I'm not going to lie. I know. I'm not trying to hide and be like, oh, my kid and this and that. I played no part. I played all the part. Yeah. He was with me. I stayed home, for the longest time. I didn't, I worked a little bit from home, but not much, so yeah, I created that monster, hands down.
But Blake has the best heart. I love the kid. He's awesome. And we'll just have to have couple of Blake stories as we continue on podcast. Maybe we'll have him on, do a little interview with the 9-year-old and his perspective, right?
Yeah.
Down the pike. Well, this has been fun. I hope you have an awesome week. And remember, everyone, you're listening to Webb's Women,
where exposure brings strength.